Yep.
See, I told you it's good.
Hi everybody, Mac T here, and we're out in my backyard just trying to enjoy the weather. And I thought I would just take and get everybody together out here because it's a nice day. And I did finish mowing my lawn, so that is a good thing. But first thing I want to get out of the way, of course, is welcoming our new members. And of course, my lovely assistant is right here with me. And we're going to go ahead and read these names off. And we got, what is it? Kelvin Puello, Habib Rahman, Bob Thompson, Marcus Makagani, Jordan Epson, Chris Brooks, Jeff McGee, and then let's see, who else we got? Some of them I can't see on this printout. Tyson Phillips, Tommy Yang, Drex K, Yard 6, Jeremy Rice, Jimmy Isaacs, Bob Killebrew, Ayub Khan, Tom Lewis, Joe Hardenbach, Lisa Reynolds, Di Hammond, Jose Ruiz, Jason Bartram, and Ulysses Hernandez, and Eileen. So we have a bunch of new folks that of course have joined up with the group, and basically we got a lot of different things going on. Yes, she wanted to be in this one today, guys, so you'd have to bear with it. And of course I enjoy it after that emergency room run last night, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. But anyway, I did the spark plug change, and yes, she is much better now. But we have the spark plug change that I did do, and some things that actually occurred during that was nothing. Everything went smoothly. I did not have a problem, and the plugs had about 97,000 miles on them. And I just wanted to read off some of the measurements that were on them when I took them out, and the least worn one was at 59 thousandths. The next one was 61 thousandths, and the rest of the spark plugs were at 62 thousandths. So not much wear considering they start out between 49 thousandths and 54 thousandths. So I guess the highway miles play a lot into the wear on these OEM Motorcraft Platinum spark plugs. But I did go through and I also checked everything on them. Threads and everything were good, and the tips were in real good shape, not too terribly worn, and the coloring was all equal. So highway miles did pay a good amount in here. Now I also have the PCV here that I did have, and I'm going to of course save this assembly. I'm going to heat this up and pull this PCV out and reuse this assembly later with the new PCV. But basically what happened was nothing. This thing, listen to it. It is free running, and I'm going to say it's a lot better shape now than it was when I took it out the first time. This is almost a 200,000 mile PCV. Now what I did do with it last time is I didn't have this knowledge on taking this apart, so I hosed this thing out with throttle body cleaner and then reinstalled it. So this thing has almost 200,000 miles on it. None the worse for the wear. So if you get into a point where you feel you got to keep using it because you don't have it on hand, hose it out with a throttle body cleaner, and then of course you'll be in good shape and won't have much of a problem on that. So anyway, that did serve its purpose and kept going. Plugs, as far as the coilovers, okay, nearly 193,000 miles on these. There is no deformity in them. They're all in really good shape. The boots, everything, and even this boot was good. And I had put dielectric grease. You see in there, sweetheart?
Yeah.
What's in there? Boogers?
No, it's like I see like some little like things, and I see like a little circle in there.
Yep, there's a spring in there and everything, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this boot here, very good shape, not worn out, 200,000 mile coil. I did take and do a ohms measurement in between here, and they are measuring excellent, almost the same as a brand new one. So, and I know for a fact these are the OEM coils. So being these are in such good shape, I'm not going to toss them. I'm going to hang on to them in case I run across that emergency where one fails and I don't want to go to the parts store and spend $100 on a coil. I can toss one of these in and order another coil pack kit that we do have in our Facebook group that you can actually see in there if you ask for it, and it is posted many times. But the coil pack, the coils I put in were supposedly for a 2007 through 2010 Ford Edge, but they're all the same coils, folks. So remember that. They are all the same coils. And this one came out of cylinder 6. So I did mark them to see what they were all testing at. And again, no bad smell on them, no swelling. They're all in good shape. Now, as far as the boot, if you look at the boot, we do have a spring in here. I know it's a long ways away, but I'm outside today. But there is a spring in there, and you just simply take the boot off of the end of the coil, and then of course you can slide it right back on. Real simple, and then just work it off and peel it right off of there. And there's a metal part that does make the contact for the plug, and it pushes on it. Now, as far as the coil goes, like I said, really good shape. I'm going to hang on to them and utilize them later. Other thing I did is I took the throttle body off, and I took the throttle body gasket on. One thing I have determined over my research on these is these gaskets here are used in GM, they're used in Chrysler, they're used in everybody's car. They're all the same gasket. So all the manufacturers utilize the same gasket in all their throttle bodies. So it's a one size fits all as far as a throttle body gasket. And again, this one has lots of elasticity to it yet.
Yeah.
Is it stretchy?
Yeah.
Yes, it's all stretchy yet. So it's in really good shape, and we don't have any problems with that. So it is a course, you know, it could probably be used longer. Same as my intake manifold gasket. That thing was in great shape and did not have any problems with it. And I took it and took it out and replaced it with a new one. And all the OEMs are green. All the replacements are pretty much going to be like a blue color for the most part. But I did get those all replaced. Now everything's running good. I did take it out for a quick spin to the emergency room, and yeah, I got to test it out real quick. But anyway, everything was running good, and my CETA pencil meter says it's running good. And I did a 4-scan check on for misfires and everything else. Everything is perfect. So 51 minutes, folks. If you didn't think it could be done, it can be done. Okay. So that was a pretty good deal as far as working with the spark plugs and changing it. So if y'all ever had a need to know what and how long it takes to change the plugs, there you go. You have the actual stats on that, and now you know exactly how long it does take. So let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Fuel cutoffs. No, we'll save that for later, sweetheart. Leave that there. Okay, she's anxious because she has something she wants to show you. So, yes, she's a big part of this today. Right, CB?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just our time today, folks, so bear with me. But the fuel cutoffs. Now, there's some questions on the Facebook page about fuel cutoffs. And there is a physical switch on the 2007, I believe, up through the 2010 model years. It might have stopped before that, so double check on yourselves on it. But it is in the back passenger side, and there's a little cover that says fuel cutoff or something of that nature. And that is where your fuel cutoff switch is located. And what this does is it cuts the fuel off if you have a big bump. such as a traffic accident, go into the ditch, anything that would cause enough jar to occur to it. It's a little micro switch in there of some sort, and it physically cuts the power to your fuel pump. Now, the reason it does this is to prevent fuel pump from pumping out fuel if there is a traffic accident, and then thus creating a fire hazard. So this device does serve a purpose in the earlier models where they're all, what were they, physical switches at that point. Now, Ford has decided to change over from the physical switch. Now, the 2011 plus year models do not have it. You can read in your emergency situations in your operator's manual, yes, your owner's manual, and you will see there's a point in there where it tells you how to, of course, get your fuel pump to start back up. Now, it is a very simple process, and if you have a, and I'll explain the key start one first and the push button later, but essentially, right over here, sweetheart. Essentially what we have is when you have an accident or something and your fuel pump gets cut off due to this switch, just keep in mind there is no physical switch anymore. It is all sensor operated issue between, as discussing with Mano, it's either a BCM or PCM input. But if you have an accident, it is all computer controlled. There is no physical switch anymore, nothing. Okay, what it is all electronic, and you got to meet the parameters as far as the operation of everything. So if you get in an accident and your fuel pump gets shut off and the car won't start, what you have to do, and a lot of us when this car stalls, say you spin out really hard, and then you stop and you don't go in the ditch, but you want to start your car up. A lot of us will naturally just hit the key and try to restart. That won't start your car, folks. What you have to do is turn the key all the way off, turn it back on, turn it off, then turn it back on to start it. Now, you might only have to do it once, but the instructions do say to repeat that if it don't start. So what you're doing is resetting the entire switch system to restart your car, but you have to physically turn off the power in order to reset this switch. Like I said, it's all done within the computer system of your vehicle as far as the resetting of it. So, and what they say also in the manual, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if it will not restart, then you are in a dead situation as far as your car starting, and you will probably have to be towed. Now, that's for the key ones. Now, if you got a Ford Edge with the power button, it's just as simple. You got the key in your hand, but we all know you hit the run stop button and it turns the power off, right? You hit the button, turns it off. Just as simple as taking the key out. Let it shut down, open your door, whatever you got to do to shut the whole thing down. Close the door, and then, of course, hit the start button again, and then hit the stop button, and then hit the start button again to go ahead and restart your Ford Edge if it will restart. Like I said, it's all whether or not the electronic system registers that, oh Lord, you got to love your daughters every day. Stop. And anyway, that's how the system does work on your fuel shutoff. It is all electronic, and it does cover all that. So that's how it works, folks. So don't go tearing your Edge apart if it's a 2011 plus looking for a physical switch, because there is none. Okay, it is all computer controlled anymore, and you got to use your key or ignition push start button to actually reactivate everything to get it going. So that's how that all does work. So we do the fuel cutoff. Now, the next thing I was going to talk about a little bit was the towing situation. I do know that a couple members have posted pictures about towing, and I did mention in the posting that I made that we all want to have towing information, but I'm going to tell you, towing falls right in line with opinions on oil filters and, of course, air filters. Everybody needs to have thicker skin, okay? everybody's going to have an opinion on this. And I want everybody to understand, if somebody says something, don't get upset. It's their opinion, okay? I have my opinions on it. Everybody's got their opinions. I have learned a lot towing a 30-foot camper, okay? It weighs 6 to 8 tons. You know, yes, I've learned a lot about the types of hitches, adjustable hitches, load bearing, you know, weight distributing hitches, everything you need to know about towing, how to level the load and all this stuff. There's a right way and a wrong way. There's an unsafe way and a safe way. Now, I will tell you that you always want to make sure your vehicle can handle the load. In other words, we don't want the tail to wag the dog, okay? That's where you get into troubles. Lots of people lose control of their trailers because the tail wags the dog. So you just want to be safe about it, folks. Stay within the 3,500 towing capacity of your Edge, or whatever it is rated at. If it's a 4-cylinder, I think it's even lower, whatever it is. But overloading it creates problems. Braking systems aren't as efficient, and I think even after you get over, and I know in my state, if the trailer weighs over 1,500 pounds or something like that in Iowa, you got to have a braking system attached to it to help stop the trailer. So you have to have brakes. But some trailers are, you know, lower than that. They don't require braking systems to be integrated into it and have a brake control unit mounted in your car and all this stuff. It gets really complicated in some ways, but it's very simplistic, really. Trailers run on magnetic brakes for the most part. The new ones do. Torsion axle. I could get into the whole weeds on this, but my whole point is drive safely when you're towing, okay? Slower is better, because after all, trailers even have lower speed ratings on their tires than your car does, you know? I think my trailer had a 60-mile-an-hour speed rating on the tires, okay? Trailer tires aren't really high-performance tires, so just keep that in mind, too. You can actually overspeed your tires and cause blowouts, and that happens a lot. So you don't want to do that. So pay attention to what your limits are, and do not believe the trailer towing people too much, because they're trying to sell you that camper or that trailer, and they'll let you worry about whether or not your vehicle can handle the load later. And I've seen that over and over again, where a guy buys something and then the truck can't tow it because the truck's too small. Then they got to buy a new truck because they already bought the trailer. Things like that. So watch what you're doing, watch everything. And my next part on that is on the Ford Edge, and I've got everybody out there, and I know people think I'm impatient, but I would love for some screen capture videos and some just regular screen captures of transmission fluid temperatures while you're towing. I have talked to Mano, and I bet transmission temperatures are running in excess of 220 degrees. He says they'll be down to about 190, maybe 200, I think. Maybe he said a little higher. I'm more in lines that the temperatures are going to be way up. And just keep in mind, the more you tow, the more wear you put on your transmission. And as folks say, if you tow consistently with a truck, say all the time, 100,000 miles on the transmission is equivalent to 200,000 miles on the transmission if you tow. So change that fluid about every 30,000 miles, if not sooner, if you do tow a lot with your Edge or MKX, because you're going to be burning that fluid. And that's why I want to get video and screen captures of temperatures to either disprove or prove my theory. But I've towed a lot, and I know transmission temperatures do climb way up when you're towing. And I even had to tow one time with my Chevy Suburban. It was old, then the clutch fan burned out on it, and I didn't have a fan, so to speak, and I was running engine temperatures pretty high trying to tow this trailer to the next dealer. I was able to get where I had to go, but let's just say that all the people behind me in the construction zone did not like the fact that I was driving at 45, 50 mile an hour trying to keep the temperature down on that trailer or that Suburban. So yeah, they were happy with me, boy. But anyway, I finally got to a place where I could get it fixed. But again, transmission fluid changes are very, very important. and you want to make sure that you take and do change those transmission fluids often if you are towing, because that is considered severe service. Now let's see, what else do we have? Sticker's going to be last. We've got everything. Oh, by golly, let's go ahead and pull these out. Now, I told you all that I went out and I bought genuine Ford, yes, genuine Ford grill inserts, and here's the numbers on it. Okay, we got all the parts in here. Grill kit, got all the instructions that go with it. Yeah, even how to take it off, where to remove it, what tools you need, everything. Wow, they got some nice little printout diagrams here.
That's big.
Yes. So I do have all these inserts here, and I don't want to lose this, so I'll hang on to that because I'll need that later. But let's see what we got here. I haven't opened these yet, folks. These are brand new. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, I found sap.
Are these pretty?
Yeah, I found sap. The sap is very sticky.
It is?
Yeah, I found sap on a pine cone.
On a pine cone? Oh.
Yeah, sap comes
Where'd you find a pine cone at?
right here.
All right, folks, there it is. This is it. As you can see.
This is where sap comes
Okay, well, let me talk to the people, and then we can do the sticker. It's got the part number on here, and this is primed already, folks. Yes, this, of course, is primed, and this is the top part, like so. And I will tell you, as you can see, that I will, of course, clean it all off, and all I have to do is go buy the body color paint that I'm going to paint these, and then the clear coat. And then I will, of course, paint these and install them on my wife's edge, and hers will be painted blue, the same color. Yes, she will get them painted the blue color, just like her edge is. And let's see, what else do we have here? And by the way, I bought these online through a Ford distributor, and they were $98 plus shipping, and they're FedEx to me. So it only took about 4 days to get them. But again, this is the other part of it. Looks like it's in really good shape.
Yeah, it's in very good shape, right?
Yes.
Here's the last one.
And here's the last piece. Yes.
It's very long.
How are we going to get it open? Like so?
Oh, there's two tapes. Yeah, there's another tape.
There's another tape. Oh no, it's like Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like we're opening. So
There we go.
we opened the Christmas one.
And there we have the bottom part, folks. Okay? As you can see. So, we do have everything. This is the lower mid, as they call it. And again, we're going to go ahead and put these back in the box here for a little safekeeping. But we're going to take and paint these. I forget the blue that my wife's edge is. I got the paint codes. I will go ahead and paint these, and because they're already primed, so I don't need to paint them other than to prime them. I just need to paint them and then, of course, clear coat them, and then I will do a video on the painting process and everything else. Just keep in mind, I am not a professional painter, so if there's runs, hey, you're just going to have to live with it. Yeah, I'm aiming for a 10-foot paint job. I don't know. We'll see what I end up with. But I'm going to clear coat them, and then I'll mount them on my wife's blue edge. And blueberry will be blue in the grill. I will then, how do you say it? I will then take the grill, the grill inserts that I removed from my wife's edge, and I will take and remove the chrome. Yes, I will show the process of removing the chrome, and I will then, of course, prime them after I remove the chrome, after I clean them, and then I will prime them, paint them, and I will put them on Lou, and they will be the Bordeaux red metallic color as Lou is. So the grills will be the same color as the body, as the wheels are on my edge. Yes, it'll be a monotone edge essentially, ultimately when I get done. As with my wife's, I may leave the chrome strips on hers just to give it a little bit of an accent. But mine, I'm aiming for a monotone color, folks. It will be all one color. Wheels, side chrome strips, front grill, everything will be a monotone color. And that's just how I want to have fun and do it. So we're just going to paint, and paint, right?
Yeah, can I help paint?
Yes, you can.
Because I'm a very good painter. I have art class.
That's right. You're #1 in art, aren't you? So I got my assistant. I got the parts. Hey, what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, that is what we're doing. And let's see. I had a long day yesterday, so I guess it's not going to be a long thing today. But I do, and I did say I was going to reveal stickers, didn't I?
Yes.
Do you all want to see stickers? I don't know what to say. I know you all wanted to see stickers. I said I was going to do it next week, but I thought maybe I'd just reveal some stickers today, okay? Because I know you're all waiting to see stickers. So, anyway, CB, do you want to show them the stickers?
Yes.
Show them the stickers. Go up here in front of the camera and show them the stickers.
Stickers.
Go up close. Make sure they can see it.
Where's the stickers?
Don't move fast. Let them all see it. Come back here a little bit.
Here's the stickers.
There you go. There's the stickers, folks. Not till next week. I told you all next week I'd show you the MACTFORDEDGE stickers. Couldn't resist. Got to have some fun. Hope y'all don't get mad at me. We're just having some fun today. But these are, of course, these are your stickers you got from school or something?
I got them from a thing that Mom bought me from Easter.
Oh, okay. So we got our stickers anyway. Those are CB stickers. I hope y'all don't get mad at me. Just having a little fun today. But trust me, I am working on the stickers. One, I got to set up a PayPal and everything else yet. And the stickers are not done yet, folks. I don't even have them, okay? The guy that's making them, I should be able to maybe pick them up Monday. I'm not sure. He's working this weekend on them, he said. So maybe Monday I'll be able to pick them up. I do not know. But by next week, I will, of course, this next weekend by Sunday, next week, I will have the stickers and I will show them to you all. I think, you know, these stickers that were designed, I think, reflect the group, okay? Our goals, what we do, and what we like, okay? And that was really what I aimed for. And it took a lot of back and forth to get it to where I felt comfortable with it. So good or bad, this is what I decided on, and I hope you all like it. And of course, we'll enjoy the stickers. And there are a few that I owe, like the 1,000th person signing up. I think it's Bonnie, anyway, got to take and get one out there, and a few other things. But, you know, I will get these stickers out. I will get them to you all when you, of course, buy them. I haven't set a price on them yet. Sorry, folks. I just haven't gotten that far. The whole point is just paying for the, you know, everything that has to do with getting them and everything. So once I figure that out and figure out postage, and you Canadians cost more to mail to than here in the States and everything else. So I got to figure everything out and, of course, get that done. But I rest assured you, by next week, I will have things going, hopefully, to be able to actually order them and mail them to you. But just keep in mind that the mailing part might be a little slow in the beginning. I have to get everything coordinated in my life and everything else to get going. But I will get them out. I just got to make sure I got a way to track and everything else. because I don't want to, have problems that way. So everything is, to me, has to be set in stone before I'm ready to go. But that is pretty much it for our little foray outside today. And I hope you enjoyed my assistant. She apparently is like her father and not necessarily camera shy. So, are ya?
No.
Should they watch MACTFORDEDGE videos?
Yes.
Tell them, watch MACTFORDEDGE videos.
Watch MACTFORDEDGE videos.
And tell them, hey, my feet hit the floor.
Hey, my feet hit the floor.
And I'm having a great day.
And I'm having a great day.
And I want, point at them, and I want you to have a great day too.
And I want you to have a great day too.
Bye.